What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. You got myself, Tommy, you got Akeem Head, and then you got Saeed. We got a replacement of brothers. As you can see, how convenient. Abib is not here today, but I'm sure you will say we got the better version. What are you saying, Tommy?
I'm glad to finally have me on the podcast, man. You got the better brother, bro. Yeah, you got me on a great day as well, beating Tottenham 4-1. All good.
No, definitely. We got another brother that we need to introduce to the show. I need to just get him on at the right time, but I just don't want to like oversaturate this, like the video with like, or just I say podcast with just United fans. So yeah, we definitely got the brother with the right sense of mind. Support the right team. He hasn't been on, but we'll get him on soon. But not good to have you. Good to have you. Like, it'd be nice to get like we've always had like Keen's voice for the last from the beginning of the season in terms of like Arsenal perspective. It would be nice to get another perspective from.
You're talking about Arsenal. I think you need a true representation of Arsenal fans. It's disrespect I've been hearing on my captain. It's disgraceful. Disgraceful. I'm happily having this.
No, so we'll get to it anyway. But look, before we get started, people, if you can please subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification to know whenever we upload. Click the like button and comment and let us know what your thoughts are on whatever we discussed today. Let us know what your thoughts are on the Premier League, this weekend's Premier League game. And of course, let us know what your thoughts are on the North London derby, or should I say the Eze derby now? Because at this point, that's the only games to show up for. And unfortunately, he's against Spurs. Well, unfortunately for Spurs, should I say. Yeah. What's happening, boys, man? What you guys saying about the derby? North London, easy work?
Toyib, as you're the guest, come on, you go first.
I think we'll talk about midweek later, but going into the derby, I was a bit nervous, I can't lie. Because it's a new manager bounce. It's North London rivalry, it's away at Tottenham. So you're just thinking we should be confident because it's Spurs. Spurs are always going to bottle, but you just had that little bit of a feeling. So I knew we were going to do something, but I wasn't like confident. But as soon as we started playing the football, I saw it and I was like, this is going to be an easy one. When I saw Jokeres comfortable on the ball, knocking it around, I saw Eze comfortable, Saka as well. I was just like, this is going to be a good game, and it was, man. But everyone did their performance. Everyone played well. Saka had a great game. Eze had a great game. Jokeres, no one really had a fault, really. Couldn't say nothing, man.
Yeah. What are you saying, Akeem?
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about the midweek game later on, but when I saw the team, I was coming into this weekend. I was 50-50 until I saw the team sheet. When I saw the team sheet, there was no more doubt in my mind. Like, literally. Like, my brother-in-law came earlier and he was trying to rattle me, trying to get under my skin. And I was like, no, don't worry, we'll beat Tottenham because they have a lot of injuries. I don't care about the new manager bounce. But what made me so much confident was I saw that midfield and I was like, anyhow their midfield outplays my midfield, throw the whole club away. Anyhow, that attack dominates my defense, throw the whole club away. And I thought we dominated them without being at our scintillating best, and which is what I expected, considering that team sheet, that lineup. So it was a good performance by the lads.
Yeah, you know what? I was speaking to Saeed because I was with Saeed before the game. Even before seeing the lineup, I just thought you beat them because it's Spurs. The Spurs, man, they've only won 2 games at home all season, which is shocking. Yeah. And I think what made a lot of Arsenal fans nervous is more the week result more than anything. I don't think it's actually going up against Spurs that made you nervous. That is the result of knowing that City has also won and the importance of the game now. But in terms of if you're just looking at Spurs, just as a football club, I don't think you guys would have been nervous if it was any other time or any other like day you're playing them. If you're playing them before you play Wolves or so, I don't think you would go into the game being nervous. But and rightly so, man. And I saw the lineup as well because I said you were going to beat them before the lineup. I said at worst it'll be a draw. I just didn't see them beating you. That's one. Then when I saw the lineup, I think I was reciting when there was no attacking player in their lineup. The only two attacking players are Koulibaly
and Xavi.
Simmons and surprised, and you know what's in the bias? I was talking to my other friend on the phone. I was like, Koulibaly ain't scored for them at all. And what does he do? The first goal he scores is against Arsenal. It's typical. But yeah, they struggled. They couldn't even hold on to the ball. Of course, like they don't really have any ball playing football in the team, like midfielder in the team. Everyone's just all runners, really, or an aggressor.
Combative.
Yeah, combative. That's probably a better word to use. And that's it. They didn't really have any player that thought will break through the lines, and they didn't really have much pace going forward as well. Like I don't think that the pace was really threatening. And they were only looking for set pieces or hoping that you made a mistake, in which you did. That's another thing we'll talk about in a bit because it's becoming often that, especially your defensive line, something that was so reassuring at the beginning of the season. Because if you think about it, you've had 14 clean sheets this season already, and you played 28 games, that's really impressive, and that shows how good the defense is. But lately, you're just conceding goals, and if you watch the goals, I mean, your Arsenal games in that totality, a lot of the goals that you're conceding are either worldies or individual mistakes from yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like you're getting outplayed. Even if the opposition has more of the ball, the goals are either mistakes from you or worldy. So I know a lot of Arsenal fans feels like there's pressure, which it is. It is pressure at the end of the day, but I still think you're in the front foot. But we'll talk about what the season looks like and what the title race looks like in a second. But Sai, what was your thoughts on the game? Because I know you slightly different. You thought Spurs was going to be a bit more of a challenge for Arsenal. What was your thoughts when you were watching the game? Because I just looked out and thought this team is actually garbage, bro. It was that bad. It was that bad. It was that bad. It's garbage. Like obviously, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt because they do have like a mad injury list, and probably if you think about it, with the injury list, so probably 5 to 6 players injured will probably be a starter for them. So which obviously, and you're playing a team like Arsenal, so it does massively impact the team. But yeah, the garbage anyway. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no. So first and foremost, I just want to say I blame Nottingham Forest for this attack from Tottenham. I blame Nottingham Forest. Spurs have a little bit of a cushion, and they didn't have to. Like if Nottingham Forest won today, they would have been 2 points behind Spurs. So yeah, first and foremost, them guys. In terms of like when we looked at the starting lineup, yeah, like as in it looked like it was quite defensive, but at the same time, yeah, like as in the only thing I was thinking is that maybe Solanke should have started, or like as in as opposed to Marnie, because yeah, as you said, he hasn't really scored much, and he don't really offer much in games as well, like from what I've seen of him. But yeah, like when we get into when the game starts, it's exactly as it would have looked like, in the sense of you kind of knew that their midfield weren't going to outball your midfield, so like there wasn't a midfield battle in there as much. Yeah, like as in I found it quite weird because there were times where like as in like Spurs were jumping to the press, innit? Like there were times where I'm seeing Mickey van der Ven up on Saka in Arsenal's third. And like I'm thinking like, well, all Arsenal need to do is get it right, play through that press, and they will have so much opportunity in it. And I wouldn't necessarily say like as in it did go like that, but like you guys definitely dictated the game, especially in the second half. It wasn't even a good game. Like it wasn't a good game from Spurs today. Like as in maybe the first half, but or like yeah, I don't think it was good enough from Spurs, especially with them being in the situation they're in terms of them need to pick up points. they've got the new manager bounce. They've seen that you guys have been nervous in certain games, isn't it? Like, you can't tell me that Spurs don't see themselves bigger than Wolves, and like Wolves had a proper goal at you guys after, like, especially when you're 2-0 down anyway. When you're 2-0 down. So yeah, like as in this is a North London derby as well. So all the ingredients were there for them to actually show up. They're at home. All the ingredients were there to show up, and like, yeah, it's a shame because there's a lot of Spurs fans that would have gone there disappointed in that performance. Yeah, like as in it was good from you guys. Happy to see that Block 14 on the score sheet twice. Yeah. My man's deciding that he is a striker now. Yeah, but like I think with him though, like as in sometimes the ball's gone up to him early, and the best thing he did today was just latching onto Dragusin, because like obviously Dragusin is a wrestler. He's not like let me not say he's not a footballer, but he's a wrestler first and foremost. He should be in the ring. He should go for WWE, to be fair. But yeah, no, that's the best thing he could have done, because like after fighting him, like as in he will have some joy, like when it comes to actually playing football, running at him and whatnot. So yeah, it's good that he just kept away from Mickey van der Ven and tried to latch on to Dragusin. And you can kind of see, like, as in that's like, especially his second goal, like, as in he's in the channel between Dragusin and Gray. And given Arsenal, Tottenham weren't really, they were trying to go for a game, trying to score a goal, whatever. But it was good to see, like, Gyökeres, even like before his goals, like, as in he still looked like he was in the game, he still like he was causing them problems, stuff like that. I will say for his first goal, like, as in they're the kind of things where the time that he gets outside the box, he's not going to get in the box, if you get what I'm saying. So his first touch, it weren't tight, but it was good enough for what it was, isn't it? But in the box, the touch has to be a lot tighter. So that's why he's not getting those kind of opportunities in the box. But it's good to, like, I say it's good. It's good for the game, like him getting that goal and stuff like that. It was a good goal. Eze coming, like, shining in that game. Like, I saw, like, he scored like 6 goals in the Premier so far, and 5 against Tottenham. Like, that's mad, though. Yeah, like the link up between him and Saka for the first and second goal as well, isn't it? Or his first or second goal, I should say, was quite good. But yeah, like as in, I think after Tottenham scored their first goal, I don't think there was much jeopardy. Like, Arsenal probably didn't feel like they were in much danger, and obviously Rice gives away the ball for Tottenham's first goal, and obviously he holds his hands up, but you could tell they kind of learned from that lesson. Like, they weren't going to put the game in any kind of jeopardy whatsoever. So they were using their spare man all the time. They were keeping it clean and whatnot. And yeah, it just seemed like it was the professional performance for you guys. And like, the difference being like between that and Wolves is like where you were attacking, you actually committed to the attack, and you did go for goals and whatnot, which made it a good spectacle to watch, innit? So yeah, no, I quite enjoyed the game.
Before we go into touch on like the Wolves game, in terms of like individual performances, I think Said touched on a bit, like Gyökeres. I know I spoke to Toyi briefly before this. One, he said Eze is back on form, bro. Let's just relax. Like, this guy, last time he played was like
but I think so, because when
I don't think he's on form. Sorry to cut you, because even before he scored there, he was anonymous. How many touches of the ball did he have before he scored?
No, in the first half, it was linking play. He was running down the channels.
Ooh, I don't remember.
No, before his goal, he was. He wasn't anonymous.
Before he scored.
Yes, but he was creating chances. It was before we scored. No, we were definitely causing havoc for that Tottenham defense. Trossard, Saka, Gyökeres nearly scored. Remember,
Gyökeres, Saka, Trossard, Rice, I saw on the ball. Eze, I kind of thought he was hiding. He was always behind a Spurs player or in between a Spurs player where Timber or Saka or even Zubimendi couldn't pass to him because it would have been cut out. And I was thinking, bro, move 5 yards to your left, 5 yards to your right, drop 5 yards deeper, and then they can find you. It wasn't until he scored then he started getting into the game more. So I don't know. Eze is still a conundrum for me.
No, but against Wigan, you saw it. I think he's doing what he was doing. Like I get it. It's Wigan and Tottenham. They're two meaty teams. Yeah, but he's a confidence player. If you talk to Crystal Palace fans, they say Eze comes out during spring. Like that's where his best performance comes out. And I feel like we're seeing that Eze come out. Me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I still prefer Odegaard. That's my guy. That's my captain.
Woo!
Yeah. But
if I'm honest, I don't want to see Odegaard start another game this season in the league.
Woo! Oh, that's true. No, because Odegaard's my captain. I want to see him. I want him to start in that number 10. But while Odegaard's becoming,
I don't think he offers us anything in the number 10, unless you're going to play. Unless you're going to play Eze and Odegaard and maybe a Rice, like you see with Man City yesterday, how they played Rodri as the only holding midfielder, and they have Bernardo ahead of him with Semenyo and O'Reilly. Yeah, and then they play two attackers, two strikers. Unless we're gonna do something similar to in that mode, I don't want to see Odegaard starting for us.
Arteta would never do that, and also I don't think you can't take Zubimendi out of the team. He's one of our best players.
Hence why Odegaard shouldn't start for us.
No, Odegaard should. He got an assist for that last goal for Joko's goal. He got the assist.
Okay, cool. He got the assist, but how many games this season has he started and been invisible? And that's your captain.
That's all I know. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That number 10, that number 10 position it's cursed. Odegaard's played there. Eze played there. Saka's played there. They've all been anonymous when they played there.
But the thing is, Odegaard has played there for the majority. Like Eze, we can
when you say it's cursed, do you think it's more on them or more on what the instructions the manager?
Thank you, Tommy. Great question.
I think it's more what the manager's saying.
Yeah, me too.
Because they're all not world class, but they're all great talents. See Odegaard from Norway, him and that Haaland link up. It's great. But then they won one game like 10-1 or something. I can't remember. But Odegaard's a key player in that team. And then he comes to Arsenal and he plays it safe. He's knocking it about. When Odegaard gets into that ozone and he shoots and he puts
he can't shoot, he's got pillow feet.
No, he does not.
He does have great. I wouldn't do that to him. He does have great technique. He just doesn't pull the trigger. I think that's his problem. I think he can shoot. I've seen he's got great technique. He just doesn't pull the trigger. He doesn't pull the trigger enough.
Oh, he shoots soft. His shots are so soft.
Because he goes for the placement. He doesn't go for power.
Sometimes you got to put your foot through it, mate.
And I don't know why. Why is it the only player that we see shoot from outside the box is Saka?
Eze.
How many times have you seen Eze or shoot? Okay, fair enough. Trossard does it.
Yeah.
Why is it only our wingers? Never our number 10s.
Yeah, I just think it's probably more instructions from. I don't think they're given the license. If you look at how you guys play, you hold your line for halfway line. You defend together, you attack together at one. So no one really has the license just to stay up there and be expressive as you want your number 10 to. Really, do you know what I mean? I guess they do that across the league, but more so Arsenal, because we go into the Wolves game in a second, because even in the Wolves game, when I was checking, so I'm not sure you guys play fantasy, right? So in fantasy, they do like this defensive comps, like in terms of like the amount of tackle you make, interceptions, and head on those kind of things. And then, so when you looked at it on that Wednesday when you were playing Wolves, all your attackers had more defensive comps than your defenders.
It's like ridiculous.
Like Saka's defensive comp was like almost like something. So usually on average you get like, sometimes they get 5, get 10. Saka was like on 20 or something. Like, just like they can run this. Obviously, I'm thinking because you guys are just defending and just trying to preserve a lead against Wolves when you should be pushing forward. So I think there's a lot more to do with like, the instructions of the manager. If you're talking about that number 10, but I know I'm deviating into like the Wolves game, but I'm just using that as an example. It's more the instructions. I don't know what the manager's telling them. And Odegaard, I just think Odegaard in general, I think Odegaard is a number 8, not a number 10.
Yeah, me too.
From him,
he's a dictator. He's a tempo setter.
Yeah, is a number 8 because if the difference between and I think you're saying you was alluding to the fact that Eze wasn't getting the ball, wasn't getting much of the ball before the goal, because he's not like older. See with Eze's movement is more off the ball, and he wants the ball in between the line. That's where he does his damage. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas Odegaard, he needs to get involved. Do you know what I mean? He is,
Yeah.
If he doesn't get involved in the play, it's as if he's playing within himself. He needs to get that ball. So it's like a deep. He goes and get the ball from Zubimendi and Rice. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wants to do. He wants to get involved in the play. So I think for me personally, I think it's more of a number 8 than
I honestly believe our coaches and our manager are misprofiling our midfielders, because Rice, even when I'm watching him, I love that guy, bro. Like, I do love him, but I don't think he should be playing as a box to box. To be honest with you, I'm honest with you, bro.
No, I disagree with that.
No, hear me out. I think Zubimendi should be playing as our box to box.
That's the crazy talk, man. You think Zubimendi should be playing box to box?
Let me land. Because when it comes to breaking up play, Rice is better than Zubimendi. And when it comes to getting forward and finding that pass or pulling that trigger, Zubimendi is better than Rice. And we see it, and we've seen it with how many goals Zubimendi has scored when he gets into the box compared to how much Rice has. And we see it how many times Zubimendi loses the ball when he's deep compared to Rice. We're misprofiling our midfielders. Odegaard should not be our 10. Even Havertz, we bought Havertz as a left 8. That boy is not a central midfielder. Either play him in a 10 or play him up front, or don't play him at all.
No, but when he first signed and he put him in the left 8, I get what he was thinking.
He was crazy. He wasn't thinking.
No, but he wanted to remember what Xhaka was doing when he was going up.
And he's not Xhaka. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When has Havertz ever played that?
But he knew he fixed his mistake and he put him up top, and it worked. And I think I know what he wants. When Havertz comes back from injury, he's going to be an important part of the team.
I agree.
I think. Well, personally, I think he should come on top instead of Jokeris. But I feel like he's going to play them together. He's going to.
I would like that. I've been saying that for the last few weeks.
I'd rather Havertz play up top.
Rather than your £60 million striker, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
No, I want them to play together, because I believe I want them to play together. Also, what I would do personally is my number 10 for certain games will be I'll start Eze, and certain games I'll start Havertz. The more important games, the bigger games where, like, let's say City away, or we've got Chelsea next week at home, I'll start Havertz instead of Eze. But the games against Tottenham, the meaty teams, I'll play Eze, because he's a fair weather player, like we know. And but Havertz is more physical as well. Havertz is a better presser than Eze as well. So him and Gyökeres, he'll be a better foil for Gyökeres. He's more aerial. He's more dominant in the air than both Eze and Gyökeres as well. So when we do go long, we can go long to Havertz. Whereas when we go long to Gyökeres, he loses it, or go long to Eze, he's not winning it. So yeah, I would like to see Havertz and Gyökeres together.
No, but as I was saying, if we play like a final, so if we play Man City in the final against against Gay and Ruben Diaz, Gyökeres is losing the ball every time. He's losing the ball every time.
Play them together.
You need to start Havertz. You don't need to
play them together. Play them together.
And play Odegaard and Havertz. It's a better combo. Odegaard and Havertz will be the better combo.
Let's move on until just a quick one on Gyökeres. Would you say this is probably his best display in the Arsenal?
100%.
100%. Gary Neville gave him man of the match before he scored his second goal. They even said it on commentary. Like,
what do you think he done different in this match compared to what he usually does?
His hold-up play was great. He was like fighting. It wasn't just fighting defenders for the point of fighting defenders. It was fighting defenders to hold up the ball. He was laying it off.
Yeah.
Like, he was getting involved in the game. He wasn't just standing there expecting the ball. He was actually coming for the ball, getting it.
Do you know what?
He was trying to find space, intelligent space.
Yeah.
Do you know, for me, like, I think the smartest thing he did was latch on to Dragusin, and where he wasn't fighting Dragusin, because when he was fighting Dragusin, he lost that battle every single time. Like, I saw Dragusin's legs in the air, like, winning the ball and all sorts in it. But where he just got off him and like started like kind of maybe on a half turn a little bit sometimes or whatever, dropping, as you're saying, dropping the ball off and stuff like that. and then moving. Jackson couldn't keep up with that kind of movement, innit? So yeah, and especially like when Arsenal have sent the ball forward early as well, I think that really helped him as well. And maybe that's not something you got to look at doing. Like, for example, like, not to bring it back to Wolves game, I saw there were times where in the Wolves game, you guys let him go, like send the ball up to him, but no one's in and around him.
No one's near him. Yeah.
Yeah. But today, like as in when he was running off, like he did.
Trossard was there. Eze was there. Yeah. You're right.
Cool. Right. Look, great segment. Let's go into the Wolves game because, as I said, a lot of the nervousness going into like the North London derby obviously stemmed from like the result midweek, which was I thought was a great result for the Premier League. I didn't see much, but one thing I will say, Wolves are an evil team because they have no business taking points off teams, bro. You know what's happening at the end of the season. You have no business. They are spiteful team because you have no business trying to get points off teams. But look, let's move on. You initially drew to Brentford. I know we didn't discuss that because we talked about FA Cup, but I didn't think we needed to discuss the Wolves because we thought it would have been like a normal formality for you to go to Wolves, get a point, 7 points clear, which will now pull pressure on City. But that wasn't the case. You started off the game 1-0 up in the first half, and then scored a second early in the second half. And I just thought you were trying to preserve the league from then on.
Yeah.
And it's Wolves. I mean, it's Wolves. You got a better team than Wolves. You got players on the bench that can come on and make a difference and try and score goals. And I just thought you was trying to preserve the league. And what tends to happen when you're doing that? You guys do that a lot this season. You do that. You've got, as I said, that's the reason why you have 14 clean sheet. You've got away with it a lot of the times. But when you are holding on to a lead, a narrow lead, should I say, especially when it just won, anything can happen. You can score an on goal. You know what I mean? They can score a weldy. You can make a mistake at the back. They give them an opportunity. Anything can happen. And a mistake was made on Wednesday. What was going through your mind? I don't know, whichever one of you want to start when you allowed the Wolves to come back from 2-0 down.
Yes, Kim, you could go, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, you could go.
You want me to go?
Yeah, man.
Watching that game when we scored after 4 minutes, I was like, cool. I didn't even celebrate that goal. I was like, yep, that's one. Literally, I was like, that's one, because I was expecting 2, 3, maybe 4 before half time. Honest to God. When that didn't happen, I was getting frustrated because of the way we were playing. We wasn't moving the ball fast enough. We wasn't trying to penetrate the defensive line. We wasn't getting shots off. Our strikers, our attackers were just doing absolute nonsense the whole game. Madueke kept losing the ball. Timber kept losing the ball needlessly. We were sloppy in our build-up play. So as long the game went on, the more frustrated I was getting because I'm thinking it's only 1-0. Like these lot go in at halftime. The manager puts a rocket up their backside. They come out, score a worldie. It's 1-1. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, how are we allowing this team to potentially come back into the game? Second half starts now, and it was pretty much more of the same. But you can see Wolves getting more and more confident as the game was going on. We got our second. That relaxed me a little bit. And then 5 minutes later, they got one. Now I'm back to nervous. Now I'm back to, what are these guys doing? Especially the way we were sitting back, not trying to go for a third. Once they scored their first, our immediate instinct was should have been to get the third, get the fourth, kill them dead right there and then. But we didn't. We were trying to preserve the 2-1. And that was frustrating me to the point where I broke my tablet. Like, I promise you, I promise you. I broke my tab. I don't even have it now. I'll show you. Like I threw it. I had to throw it away. If we had lost today, yeah, I would have watched Arsenal for the rest of the season. To be honest with you. No, because I'm being honest, bro. Because that Wolves game frustrated the life out of me because they are the bottom team. You are going for the league title. Why don't you bury them? Why? Like, anyway, all right. So it was a terrible performance, and like I said before in previous streams, I don't really fear the majority of the Premier League. I fear Arsenal, that we will shoot ourselves in the foot more than teams will shoot us down. And Wolves, that's literally what happened on Wednesday. We didn't go for the jugular. We allowed them to grow into the game. We allowed them to play. We allowed them to play the game that they wanted to. We allowed them to lump long balls, win the second balls, and just start dominating us physically. And it was a terrible performance on Wednesday, man. It was terrible.
You call it any different?
Sorry?
No, I'll tell you, I'm not saying. Do you call it any different?
No, I'm not gonna lie, I felt the same. When Saka scored, I feel it was like 4th minute. I didn't celebrate because I thought, it's gonna be like another fashion. So like you said, I was just waiting for like the next goal. And then they were just playing casual, like just passing it back. I was just like, what are you doing? Why are you not going for another goal? Because this is Wolves. I think when it comes to Arsenal, when it comes to another physical team, we struggle against them for some reason. Like someone like Wolves, West Ham, Nottingham Forest. Yeah. When it comes to physical teams, Arsenal, you can't go, because we know, like people like Chelsea, Man City, we can like bully them when it comes to corners, set pieces. Like Tottenham, we could bully them, but when the other physical players who can like push them back, they're like, what can you really do? And they're like, all right, try and play through us. For some reason, they don't try to play through them.
Yeah. But Tony, why do you think that is though?
I generally don't, because I feel like they know, oh, we've got the best defense in the league. So let's score one goal and then let's try they try to break us down, because they don't feel they can break us down. And I think they get too confident, because we generally do have the best defense in the league. It's hard to break us down. But like you said, Tommy, you can score a wonder goal. Like their first goal was a wonder goal. David Ray can save that. Second goal, I'm not gonna lie, they're both at fault. Like there's so much space. Gabriel doesn't really need to header it. Ray can claim it, but also, why are you coming to claim it when you see Gabriel headering it? Like it's miscommunication. They're both stupid. I don't know why you're both doing it. Okay. I'm not gonna in that moment, like my heart stopped. Like time to say it stopped. It stopped. I was moving in slow motion. I saw Calafiori and Gabriel run to the back post. Like, I was praying. I saw it hit Calafiori. The ball moved in slow motion for me. And then when it hit the back of the net, I was done. I was worse. I had her bib next to me. He's
a wind-up merchant.
It is. And the thing is, he didn't even say anything. He was just smiling. That's what made it.
That's even worse.
That's even worse. Well, I wanted to dash my phone at him. But I didn't. I was just quiet. I remember just talking. He was just talking. I was just quiet because I couldn't say anything. No, because we scored, and our baby was like, "Oh, I don't want to celebrate. I don't want to celebrate because last time we scored the last minute." I was just, and what pissed me off more is when the whistle blew. Gabriel, he pushed Mascara over. I'm like, where was the fight? When we were playing, like, why are you fighting when the game's done? It was just like, it's a disgrace, man. He was angry. I'm like, every
disgrace for you guys, not for us. But
you guys are haters. That's why.
Yeah, no. I think it's funny that we talked about the midfield position earlier because what we were talking about is probably the perfect example of what fixes a game like this in terms of like going forward and winning the game. I don't honestly, and I think the good thing is I'm not just saying this now. It's something that I've said to Akeem, I've said on here at the beginning of the season. Games like this, I don't see the benefit of using two pivots, using Declan Rice. I've said it earlier at the beginning of the season. Like, why are you playing both of them?
Yeah.
I honestly don't. You can get a lot of goals from this game. These are the games where you can utilize, play one of them and play Odegaard and Eze. Yeah. These are the type of games, and you shouldn't be trying to preserve league against like Wolves, especially when like they got one back within like minutes of you getting the second one. You obviously should show that look, we need to push on because there was a lot of time left in the game. A lot of time. You can't just time. You can't, and you've done that so many times this season, and you got exactly what you deserve on Wednesday, and that's just the honest truth. You got exactly because it wasn't as if Wolves were creating chances and upon chances. Yeah, they had a lot of the ball because you were sitting back, but they weren't really creating chances. You could have really took a hold of that game, go forward and score more. And I don't know what it is. That is not just. I don't really. It's happened so many times this season. So yeah, you can say the manager's partly to blame as well for that. But also I blame the players at times. So sometimes you just got to use your common sense, even if the manager doesn't say that. You can't just be holding on and alluding back to what Toiva said. It's because they know like it's self-confidence as well, knowing that we've got one of the best defense in the league, that they can't break us down. But you can't always think that because mistakes can always happen and worlds can always happen. And it's happened to you already with a few times this season already before that game against us. You know what I mean? It's got 2 goalies and then a mistake. You gave us a mistake, 2 goals and 1 mistake. You know what I mean? It's happened against other teams as well where you made mistakes and the other team will capitalize.
Yeah,
so exactly, Villa, exactly. So, and that's where you should be going exactly what you've done today, what you did today against Spurs, because Spurs was garbage. Spurs ain't going to do anything, but you still what you didn't do is just try and preserve that lead. You went ahead and got the second, got the third, and although that was all you needed, at the end you still got the fourth. And I felt that's what you should have done on Wednesday, and you didn't, and you got exactly what you deserve. And what that did is slightly put City on the front foot and put you on the back foot. And I felt in order to change that title around I thought you needed to win today and next week. And then the pressure will be back on City. So first over out of the way. So I think the next one is against Chelsea. So I think you beat them, then City are the one under pressure again. So there's still a lot of games to be played, but one thing you've done this week that you didn't have to do is now put it in City's hands. So it's now in both of your hands. Because City now knows that all they've got to do is beat you at home, as long as they're winning. So whereas before is you had a bit of cushion, even if they won that game, you still would have had a cushion ahead of them. But now, as long as they stay behind you with 2 points behind you to win that game, it's all in their hand. It's still in your hand. It's still in City's hand.
Yeah, it's up for grabs.
It's still up for grabs, man. It's definitely up for grabs. I'm still saying you. I'm not changing that at the moment. At the beginning of the season, obviously started with City. I changed my mind middle of the season, although I didn't want to. I changed my mind middle of the season. And I'm still fairly confident it'll be you. And what made that even more reassuring is City's performance on yesterday. Because I didn't think it was convincing. And it's not the same City. And the more you watch them, the more reassured you are that it's not the same City. Because normally when City goes 2-1 ahead, they'll struggle to put the spring passes together. That's not City.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
The league will hold on to the ball. You will sweat to get the ball. You know what I mean? You will sweat to get the ball. And that was under pressure massively. And they were preserving the lead. They don't do that as often as you guys do it, because you guys do it quite a lot. But that's exactly what they do it every now and then when they're struggling. So that's why I will lean towards Arsenal in regards to the title race, still for now. But I'm not as confident as I was, should I say, 2 to 3 weeks ago. And that's football for you, how things just change all of a sudden. So just in terms of like how you feeling though, in terms of both of you, still confident, or are you feeling? Do you think this? Because I've seen Arsenal fans saying the league is gone already. How do you feel about that?
No, but a lot of Arsenal fans are reactionary, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I think what was it, like a month ago they were saying book your tickets in May because Arsenal fans are going to be chatting, and now everyone's saying like the league done. I'm not gonna lie, I think we can still win, but I feel like it would be like by 2 points. It would be very close. Just so I feel like they do have strong mentality, like Rice, Gabriel, Saka. Like they're gonna be telling people, like they say they're not online, but I feel like they are online and seeing what people are saying. Like they're just trying to be strong. And I feel like because you saw after the Wolves game, like his press conference, he looked angry. And if you watch it all, I think documentary, when Arteta like shouts at these players, he like shouts. So I think he knows what he's doing, and he's probably putting in their mind, like, don't let this league go. So I think we might just, and the same City, I think Mark Gahey is like a big addition. And
Massive.
Yeah. So
Massive.
That's what like worries me a bit. Because even Haaland's not the same. He's adding assists, but his goals aren't that. So I think if Haaland finds goals and Gay's still strong, then maybe. But I feel like I don't even think Arsenal clicked properly yet. Because I feel like our attack still it hasn't clicked yet. Once Saka properly clicked, because he still hasn't like clicked.
But I don't think you're not going to do any better than what you're doing now. I'll be honest.
No, because I feel like Saka can still.
I know what you're saying. I agree as well. I just feel like you're always playing in like with a handbrake. Yeah. I feel like there's more to the levels, and you displayed that in the Champions League. But I just don't think you do anything different. I think you continue like this. I don't see you guys doing anything different. I might be wrong, but I think this is how you're going to continue. Because even when you had your first all players that was fit, you were still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So it went. I don't see you doing anything different. And I think what you are doing is, I get it. It probably will get you over the line. And for the players to get the confidence they need moving forward, because this squad, it will be disappointing if you don't get one with a major trophy. The squads. And for them, and I feel like what the energy I get from the squad, I don't know what you guys see the same. I feel like they feel like they can get multiple trophies, major trophies. That's the energy I get from them.
No, that's what I get from them as well, Tom. You're right.
I get that. So I don't think they're just looking at it as, we just need to win this one and we're good. I feel like they feel as if like they're in like with the squad that you've got, they can get more like 2 to 3 or even more. Honestly, like that's
sorry, go on, finish. Sorry.
Yeah, because Saliba and Saka wouldn't sign contracts if they didn't believe that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
And I think they've come out. I think I honestly think that how these guys are talking, even Madueke, from how he was talking when he was at Chelsea to how he's talking now, like these guys talk like they want not just the league, but they want a couple sides as well. Like, and I mean a couple sides. Like they want the Carabao and the FA Cup and the league, or they want the league, the Champions League, and they want more. They want not just one; they want 2 to 3 trophies. And hopefully they deliver.
I'm not just talking about this season. I'm talking about they want to build some sort of dynasty.
No, I agree.
They just don't want to win the Premier League this season. They want to go and win more because they
feel
like
next year. Oh, they want to retain it.
And I think so, because the other if you look at the Wenger years, like, don't get me wrong, like, three is a lot, but then at that time it was only us and United and
Wenger underachieved.
So they could have done more.
Wenger underachieved.
Yeah, and I feel
especially with that squad.
Yeah, and if you look at Liverpool as well, when they're competing with City, they got 2, and City got 5, 6, and Arsenal will probably feel like they can be on the flip side of things, where they're the one that's getting the 5, 6, and others be getting 2. So, and I feel like that's the energy, and when a lot of the players speak, that's what I get from them, and credit. And I know you tend to, I know you always criticize Arteta a lot, but you have to give him credit, because he's the one that got them believing this. Do you know what I mean? He's the one that got you to this point. I don't think without Arteta, these boys don't sign those contracts, the long-term contract they're selling. There must be something that about him that the players must love. They're probably fully convinced in his plan.
I back him. I want him to say. I don't get when people say if he doesn't win anything, he should leave. No, I think he should stay. He's the right guy. Like I want until he wants to leave. Then yes, 100%. Because the grass isn't always greener. Look at these people. Remember Poch? He got Tottenham to a final. He left. Look what happened to him. They're these clubs who always get bigger than a manager. And then the manager leaves and it changes.
Please don't compare us to Tottenham again.
No. What I'm not saying about Tottenham, I'm saying if Arteta leaves, I think that'll be the biggest.
Then we can go get Luis Enrique.
He's not the guy for us.
How do you know? Do you think Arteta was the guy for us?
Yes. Remember, everyone wanted Ancelotti. Arsenal fans wanted Ancelotti.
Yeah, I did. I wanted Ancelotti. I didn't want.
I wanted Arteta. I didn't want Ancelotti.
I wanted. Remember, I just quickly. I don't want to drag us back all the way to 2017, but just quickly remember the kind of players we had.
Yeah, and I trusted Arteta with that because he was trying.
Ancelotti would have got the best out of Ozil.
No, he would not. He was managing Everton.
Imagine Ozil in this squad now. Instead of Odegaard.
Also, he was finished. His legs were done.
Oh no! When I'm talking about prime Ozil in this squad now, instead of Odegaard.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. But we don't have to.
Please, there's no
comparison. Keep your past also talk to yourself, man.
Anyway, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, look, let's we don't have much time for all the other talk, but let's close this Arsenal talk. I want to close it off with a message from Ham. Everyone obviously familiar with Ham. Obviously, we were doing the podcast before he's taking a break. He's on the sabbatical, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a message for all Arsenal fans. But when he called me and he said, "Tom, I need you to send a message on on the pod for me," I felt this was hitting at you more than anything. But it wasn't actually hitting at you, but this is just for all Arsenal fans. What he's saying is, to be fair, and I get his message. His message is quite simple and clear, and it's precise. It's more. This is not verbatim, but this is just like somebody would say. He's not saying you're going to win the league, and he's not saying that you're not going to win it. Win the league or lose the league. Save all the criticism until the end of the season. Just back. All this noise around it, keep it until the end of the season. If Arteta wins it, everyone, all these guys,
party.
Everyone that's trying to criticize him will be there to try and celebrate.
100%.
And the ones that are criticizing him obviously feels like, they've been justified if he doesn't win at the end of the season. What are you saying? At the end of the season, if he doesn't win it, you want to criticize him. Yes, you'll be justified to obviously criticize him at the end of the season. But if not, then you be there. As much as you've been criticizing him all season, whatever how many years, you'll probably be one of the ones driving the bus around North London. so just save everything onto the end of the season. But that's probably his message. Really, is like just back the team. Really, like anything can happen.
No, he's right. We should back the team, but broski, sometimes when you watch garbage like we watched on Wednesday, it's hard to back them, bro.
Don't get me wrong. That's not my message. Don't back the team. That's my message. No, my message is cause chaos. Go to stages.
No. Just to reply to Ham. Now I understand what you're saying, my brother. And what you're saying is right, but like again, bro, when you see certain tactics, when you're thinking, what are you doing? When you see certain performances, and you're thinking, what you're doing, these players need to give us something as well to make it easier for us to back them. And Wednesday was a terrible, terrible performance. That I can't support that. So yeah.
I heard that. All right, cool. Like, look, we spent almost 50 minutes. Normally, the show is like an hour to an hour 10 long. We spent 50 minutes on Arsenal, so we don't have much time. But we will go to we've discussed City really in terms of City's game. So we move on to City, the narrow win. I'll go to you, Saeed. Were you convinced that City of like the performance yesterday, and how do you think? What chance do you give them in terms of like the title race?
Obviously, it's clear to see that the win weren't convincing yesterday, especially the second half. Their second half was not a convincing showing of them at all. They're losing midfield battle, and given Ryan Shane even in that squad, and it's like, well, how are you losing this midfield battle? But yeah, but also I think the most important thing is that they took the points, and they're keeping the pressure on Arsenal. That's all that cares. At the end of the season, like if they do go on to do it, then that's all that anyone's going to remember. I think, yeah, like as in this was kind of what I wanted. Like as we said it before, like I kind of wanted Arsenal to have a little bit of a buffer come end of January, and then see how they navigate. I do think City will keep in their coattails, especially now where it's kind of in their reach. They can see the Premier League, and they know, like we know that, like no one's going to levy anything about mentality with Man City. You might levy injuries. You might say like Pepe, like as in he's not building a squad for the future. He's going soon, so like, but you're not going to say anything about the mentality. So as bad as they have, well, as open as they have been in games, let's say, I think they understand what they need to do. And if it's going to be a defensive performance where Haaland's coming back in the back line to defend more than he attacks in the second half, that's what they're going to do. So yeah, like I do think the title race is firmly on. There's key games that are going to decide it all. But apart from that, like as in any week can change as well. So like as in, I don't believe City are going to win all their games, and I necessarily don't think Arsenal are going to win all the games from So there will be like peaks and troughs in it. And that just makes it exciting for someone like me who don't have no skin in the game. Like as in, yeah, I just want to see a good title race. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and I agree because I just want it to be like, I don't want it to. I want that game against City
to mean something. Yeah,
to mean something. I want it to mean something. Second, I want it to be a point or two in it. I don't want it to be like 4 or 5 points because I want it to be a point or two where City feels like they need to win. And I want to see how Arsenal approaches it, because if City feels like they need to win, the Arsenal approach it, go into that game feel like they need to win, or they'll go there for the draw. So I'm quite intrigued to see how that will plan out. That's what I'm visualizing in my head. So it's still a long way to go. That's not until April the 18th.
How many games after that?
5 or something like that.
Yeah, not many after that. So that game is very important. So I would love to go into that game with just you guys being a point away from each other, whether it's them on top, whether you're on top, whichever one it is. So I just don't want it to. I want it to mean something. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
I kind of want it to be like winner takes all kind of thing, innit? But I don't think like it will be like that in the sense of like whoever's ahead, like they've got the option of draw or win, and whoever's behind is only win kind of thing, innit? But I do like the fact that it's like,
I think this title race is going to the wire. I think it's going to go to the last. I think it's going to go to the last 2 weekends of the season.
Yeah. I think after that, City's toughest test will probably be the away game to Chelsea. And I think they got Villa at home last game as well. So it depends on what situation Villa is in at that time. Chelsea away from home, they're going to be easy. And I think Arsenal would have got. Yeah, you would have played everyone by then.
We would have played all our main rivals, all the heavy hitters by then.
Yeah, because City's got the next few games is a decent run. They've got away to Leeds. There's a Premier League in any. You know what the league is like. Anyone.
Tom, that away game to Leeds, that one there, Leeds City. I honestly think Leeds can do something damaging to City again in that game. You know, Leeds are still fighting for their life. They're not completely safe, and they are a hard team to play against. Yeah, they are. Yeah, and they just. Like you said, we're both going to drop. I believe we're going to drop points, and I believe City are going to drop points. So I think it's going to go down to the wire.
Cool. All right. Look, let's move on from the title race. We don't want to have much time. We have like 5-10 minutes to talk about like the top 4, top 5 race. Conveniently, your brother's not here till you. when the mighty Chelsea drop points at home to Burnley. Surprise, surprise. Chelsea's run of games after this is not easy. And we all currently level on points. United's on 45. Obviously, we have the game in hand. Liverpool's on 45 and Chelsea's on 45. Level on points. So I think goal difference is really what's separating us at the moment.
Yeah.
How do you think
Chelsea have the better goal difference, isn't it?
Yeah, Chelsea have the better goal difference, much better than both of us. How do you think they're fair going into this run of games? In this run of games, they've got Arsenal, I think they've got Liverpool, they've got Tottenham, they've got us. Well, yeah, they've got us. So yeah, they've got some tough games there. And I was saying to Abib earlier because I was on the phone to him, this is where Rosina really earns his money.
Yeah.
Do you think they get through this?
I think so, because against the tougher opponents, I feel like they show up more. Again, it's rather against the teams that you expect them to beat. That's where they struggle. But I think it's against the tougher, and I think they're just going through a rough patch in it. Really, it's just well, I don't know. Chelsea fans are saying Cole Palmer's injured, and that's their excuse for whenever he doesn't perform. When he bags a hat trick, it's better than Saka.
What hat trick of penalties?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, hat trick of penalties as he scored. But I don't know, him and Pedro, they're on form, but it's also the defense that are leaky. So
yeah. Right. So the games, 2 away games: away to Arsenal, away to Villa, at home to Newcastle, away to Everton.
But Newcastle
at home to City, and then at home to United.
Ooh, that's the tasty one.
Yeah.
Tayyip, you say
that's the clash, because both of you really want top 4. Both of you really need top 4 for your aspirations going forward.
Yeah.
If Chelsea don't get top 4 next season, or don't get Champions League next season, I see them falling away and players and clubs not taking them as seriously, because I'm already starting to see it with fans and pundits not taking Chelsea as seriously as they did when Abramovich was the owner.
Yeah.
I'm already seeing a significant difference how people talk about Chelsea from when Abramovich was the owner to now these blue clowns are the owners. So, like, if Chelsea don't make Champions League next season, we're going back to Chelsea in the 90s, I think.
I think the question was like, as in, you said that they're going for a sticky patch. I think the question is that sticky patch Liam Rosino? That's the question.
I don't think they're going for a sticky patch now. I think they've done well now. Obviously, they've dropped unnecessary points at home, and I think all of the other teams, we all have done it. Arsenal's done it to Wolves. We've done it at home. But I'm just saying, how do you think it will get on in this period, the next round of games that's coming up?
So you just name it though, I don't see where the next 3 points come from. I can see maybe taking a few draws, but a win, especially away as well. Away at Villa, like what was it?
Away at us.
Yeah. So away to Arsenal first, then away to Villa, then at Newcastle. Then
but Newcastle don't travel well, so that one could possibly be a win.
At home to City, and then I think it's away to Everton as well, and then us.
That's still tough, boy.
Remember, Fofana's not going to be there for a couple of games as well now.
No,
Fofana's a major blow. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a major blow.
How many records have they had this season, bro?
I think 8, maybe 9.
But that's another thing. Their discipline, ill discipline, lack of experience in big key moments. Those are the things that are going to cost them, bro. Like and also they got players who are experienced in like João Pedro. As much as I like him as a footballer, he's never really had to perform in these kind of pressure moments at this stage of the season to try and win a Champions League spot. Play Champions League game, FA Cup game, then league game. You see, they ain't got players that are used to these things. But so I don't know, man. We'll see.
Let's see. What about Liverpool? What do you think? Like, because their performance is not great, but what they've done in the last couple of games, they've managed to pick up 6 points. And away ground, and their grounds that is difficult, like away to Sunderland, they're the first one to beat Sunderland. Away Well, Fulham's beating them away again today anyway. And then by how they've managed to get points, 3 points from Forest today, well, only God knows. But how do you think they get on? Do you think who makes top 4 for you guys? Because I know a couple of weeks ago, bear in mind we was 5. This is how football changes, isn't it? Because we were 5 points ahead of them a week or two ago. Now we're all level on point.
Are you putting top 5 or top 4?
Let's say
top 4 at the minute.
Yeah, let's say top 4 for the minute.
I'm gonna say Arsenal, Man City, or Aston Villa, Man United.
Yeah, I think that too.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool and Chelsea might miss out. I think Liverpool are too shaky.
I'm not.
The reason why I was saying Man United is because literally because they just don't have they have no expectation in it. They have no expectation. And if they have no expectation, they have no other midweek games, no other distractions. They could just go and play with freedom.
I won't say we have no expectation. We can just, because there's always expectation in United. You know what it's
fair
like.
Enough. Yeah.
It's the end of the world at United. So I wouldn't say that, but we do have that advantage of not having no other obligations apart from the Premier League.
So you have the best attack out of the 3 as well.
Yeah, that too. I will trust your attack over Liverpool's right now. Take Ekitike out of that attack and their average. Gakpo's dead. I've been saying it for a couple of years now. I don't rate that guy. Salah's going.
Chelsea, you don't.
Just Pedro. Just Pedro. Palmer.
Pedro, no? Yeah,
no, just Pedro and Palmer. But like I said, Mbeumo, Cunha. I think Sesko's a good footballer. I don't know why people don't rate him. I think he's actually decent.
Yeah, I wanted Sesko instead of Jokeris. I've always said it. I would have rather Arsenal buys Sesko instead of Jokeris. No. I think Man United's attack's complete. Liverpool and Chelsea's Neto is on and off form. He's never consistent.
Yeah, he's too inconsistent. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I wanted him when he was at Wolves. I'm glad we didn't get him now.
Yeah, I actually like Neto. Yeah, I heard what you're saying about his inconsistency.
Tommy is mad inconsistent, and he's inconsistent in the game.
Yeah. And the left-hand side of that Chelsea attack is weak.
Garnacho, man,
come on. But to get back to the question though, I think my top 4 is Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa. I think Liverpool are going to continue playing like 10 minutes a game, and they'll win games just like they did today, innit? So, I think they'll make it.
I think it'll catch up to them.
Yeah, I think hopefully top 5 gets Europe, and Man United pick Chelsea to top 5 because that Chelsea one is just too much. So
yeah,
no, but if I want the team to drop out, I want Liverpool to drop out.
Yeah, it's true. If I want someone to drop out, it'll be Liverpool for me. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it's between Liverpool and Chelsea for me.
It'll be Liverpool for me. And I want to drag Villa into this race. Everybody's got to be involved. I don't give a damn. Everybody's got to be involved.
I respect it. I hear you. I respect it.
We have to go through the same thing. Everybody's got to go through this, bro. I don't want them thinking that
they're safe. Yeah. Why should you be safe?
Everybody's got a bone in this fight, boy. So I'm hoping so, man. I would say 5th or 6th for United. I just don't. I'll be honest. I can't even tell. I don't know whether it would be Arsenal because all 3 of us, obviously the team on form are all 3 of us. Even out of 4 of us, if you had Villa, but if we was to look at the season in totality, we're all inconsistent.
Yeah.
Apart from, you know what I mean? Us, if United, Chelsea, and Liverpool has been inconsistent, you just sometimes you go into game not knowing what you're going to expect. There's only recently since Carrick took over that we've been a bit more consistent. So and I'm still not. And the reason why I'm not really buying it at the moment with United is it's kind of like a performance against West Ham. West Ham was there for the taking. You're playing at walking pace. I just thought that ridiculous. If you're passing the ball, walking around, you got to move the ball faster. If someone's going to sit deep and are going to defend and hold it hit you in the counter, you have to move the ball faster, move it around, from left to right, trying to get. I mean, if you're moving slow, if you're moving the ball slow, you're just playing into the hands. And what that tells me is just, oh, okay, yeah, we'll go away. We won't force it, but you have to force it. But you got to force games like that. You're only going against West Ham.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm not. So that I'm not saying that. Yeah, we got the draw, but sometimes those kind of performances it says a lot for me personally. I don't know. But obviously, I'm not. I don't know what other fans are like. Those performances says a lot for me. I do think you can do. I don't mind if you lose 4-3 or whatever it is, but when you're playing someone like West Ham, you got to go for it and see what. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not convinced yet, but yeah.
I think tomorrow, your performance against Everton tomorrow will be telling as well as to if you put up a very good performance, and win, remember you're away as well, so you put up a very good performance and win, that will say a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, Saeed. What's your thoughts ahead of tomorrow? Quick preview for tomorrow's game.
I'll say it every single time to you. I don't expect anything from this. Don't ask me what I expect from this team. Expectation, yeah. Like, we're called the devil. What's the expectation? That's a devil that in that United. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Don't ask me. Like, what I will say though is like, as in, like supporting Man United for so long, like as in the teams that I love, that have a style of play, but also they remember when teams take points off of them, innit? Like earlier this season, Everton did us. Like, we did ourselves dirty in that game where they won 1-0, being 10 men down after about 10 minutes. I would love for them to be like, I remember that, and we will come back and take everything at your ground, innit? I don't trust them enough to say that yet, but that's what I hope. The other thing, like you were saying, is that like Hakeem, you were saying that like the performance we're telling, but if we win, it's only 3 points, and we're only 3 points ahead of these other two. Liverpool and Chelsea in it, so yeah, I don't think it will tell that much. If you get what I'm saying,
momentum is a big thing in football, bro.
Yeah, like as in like, but the thing is, like none of us, like apart from Villa, none of us have put like a 10 win run together in it, like 3 or 4, and then drop points again. So and that's all the teams going for that.
Yeah, fair.
But in terms of the game, like as in. Yeah, like as in, I just want to be entertained again. I want to see goals because that's what we have got under Carrick. Yeah, like as in, I just want to be entertained. I'm not going to say win, lose or draw because I've done that too many times in the past and it comes back to bite me. Let me just have a good performance. Let me see Mbeumo getting a score sheet. Let me see Sesko get his goal. And yeah, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, now look, historically we do have a good record against Everton, but obviously, having said that, we lost to them at home. Which shouldn't happen. And then Everton, I'll be honest with you, Everton hasn't been great. And just kind of like, I don't know how good they are going to be tomorrow, but this slightly just kind of remind me of like the West Ham game. I don't want us to start playing that walking pace. You know, if you get an opportunity, if they're giving us the ball, you have to start penetrating and you have to start moving the ball fast. You know what I'm saying? Try and get Ahmad into space to take on the players, and they have to do something. Don't play at walking pace. That's what I think I wouldn't be happy about. You've had that 14 days or whatever to rest. You have no excuse to be playing at walking pace. No excuse. Yeah. You should be running all 90 minutes. You play once a week. There's no excuse for any of that. So I want it to be play at high intensity. Don't, you know what I mean? You go try and when you go away to somewhere like Everton, you need to play against the crowd. You know what I mean? You need to get the crowd quiet because once the crowd is with Everton and Everton shows any bit of momentum, then it's going to be a tough game. You're going to make the game hard for yourself. It's going to be tough to get something out of it. So, yeah, look, I don't know because it's United. You just never know. But historically, we've had a good record against them. And yeah, I do think we can get something, but we'll see what happens there, man. What else do we need to cover? Should we just do a quick roundup of this weekend's game before we start? Is there anything else we need to touch on before I do that? No? Quick roundup. This league is mad.
No. Are Spurs in real danger of getting relegated?
Yes, okay. Great question. Are they in real danger? Because I know you are.
I think they're going to get relegated.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, remember Newcastle, Aston Villa, we've seen big clubs get relegated. And Spurs, they're not as big as Newcastle or Aston
Thank
Villa.
you, God bless you, to you.
They're not bigger than Aston Villa or Newcastle. Remember, before Harry Redknapp, they were a mid-table squad. You remember Martin Joe Ramos? They were a mid-table squad. They used to finish 10th or 11th. They can get relegated. I think they will. West Ham are finding form. Nottingham Forest and West Ham have been through this. They know how to handle a relegation fight. Spurs don't.
Spurs don't. It's squeaky bum time.
So what you guys think they'll go down?
I hope so.
I'll be honest, I would love it. I've got, as I said, I've got reason for all four of them: Leeds, Forest, West Ham, and Spurs. I've got a reason for why I want all four of them to go down. I don't mind one, but if I have to, my number one will be Spurs, though.
No, my number one, Spurs. Second, Nottingham Forest. I hate that.
Yeah, second Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. Second Nottingham Forest.
Fourth Leeds. Yeah. I think that's
that's the same for me in that order as well. In that specific order.
Yeah.
Now Spurs just need to go down as well because, bruv, I don't understand why people consider them a big club. Like I really like. I remember a few years ago, when Gary Neville was being interviewed and a presenter asked him, "Do you see Tottenham winning?" This is when Tottenham were good, and the presenter asked him, "Do you see Tottenham winning the league?" And Gary said, "No," and the presenter was shocked, and it's like, "Why are you shocked? Spurs have never won the league in my lifetime." This is Gary Neville saying that. Spurs have never, and he was like in his late mid-40s or whatever. So, bro, like, where do people get this notion that Tottenham is a big club from? Where? They've won 2 league titles in their whole entire history. 2 league titles. How are you a big club?
They have a stadium for a big club. That's it.
Okay.
Akeem's ex is a Tottenham fan. That's what's happened, dude.
Spurs, they don't deserve that.
No, I've just been around bare Tottenham fans, and they do. I don't understand them.
They don't deserve that stadium. They just created a world-class stadium with garbage inside it.
Garbage inside, bro.
Pretty much shit, bro. Pretty much shit, bro. Like they're just, bro. No, I'm disappointed in them, man. I'm disappointed in them, but I don't care. Let them go down, man.
Hey, when they go down, who wants those players? I'll take
Van der Ven. I can't lie to you. I'll take Van der
Ven and Kulusevski. I'll take.
Kulusevski,
I'll take.
I wouldn't take it.
You wouldn't take Kulusevski?
No, maybe Archie Gray. I feel like he's got potential.
I'll take
Archie Gray. He's been impressing me.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Those 3, I'll take those 3. I'll take Archie Gray, Van der Ven, and Kulusevski. Those are the 3 for me. Yeah, I wouldn't mind those 3. I can't lie to you.
But everyone else, like I saw, like if Conor Gallagher said, "Oh, if he gets relegated, he wants to go." Like who wants Conor Gallagher?
Who wants you? Who wants you?
Where's he going? Stay in London, stay in the Championship, bro.
He'll get another club. Someone else will pick him up. If West Ham survive, West Ham will pick him up.
Probably.
He'll be back in the Championship.
You know what? Yeah, West Ham and that Millwall and that Derby, bro. Millwall are actually 3rd in the Championship. It'll be funny if Millwall comes up, West Ham goes down. How they avoid each other. To be honest, it's good for the police because the police don't want that fixture.
No, I still live too close, so I don't want that.
I don't think anyone would. Bro, if West Ham goes down and they play each other or a Millwall comes up or something like that, bro, just avoid whenever they're playing each other. Avoid South London.
Don't come Southeast London but if West Ham are coming to this side, don't come here. I'm gonna go there. If West Ham comes south, I'm going east.
I think the police will do everything in their powers for that. No, it's just for that game not to happen, man. Because, bro, it's gonna be a madness. All right, cool. Let's do a roundup quickly. So look, the first game is Brentford. Villa. Villa drew to Leeds.
Yeah, they're not in no title race no more.
On the free kick.
Yeah, but that's a cheeky free kick. Cheeky. I was hoping I was gonna take the win, man, but Tammy Abraham has come and scored a late goal, man. But we'll take the draw. Then the draw. I'm not greedy. I'll take the draw. So the draw is not bad. Brighton won in a long time.
Yeah, I was surprised about that. And
I was
Brentford at home
surprised
as
about that. It
well.
wasn't so much that it's the fact that Brighton has been bad and Brentford just came off with like a dominant performance against Arsenal as well. So to now lose 2-0 at home, and apparently it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. I only watched the highlights. It was pretty bad. Brentford was pretty bad in that game.
You never know. Milner, they could have done it for Milner's record because he broke his record that match as well.
Oh yeah, he did. He did.
Sorry.
He hasn't broken it, but I think he just tied Gareth Barry. So it's still
Okay.
I thought he's got more points.
I saw it though. It's tied. I'm not sure whether it's gone past it. I'm not sure.
Oh, what, the most appearance thing?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
But he can generally, like some players say, like, "Oh, like I've been playing football since before you were born." So some of
He
these
can
players
literally say that.
To them.
He can literally
You
say
know how
that.
mad that is.
Oh, that's
He was actually
He was the
like,
youngest goal scorer when he for Leeds.
yeah, it was like it
in the
was
Premier
a
League.
wonder kid for us when we were growing. Not you, Toy. I'm not sure what Toy.
Yeah.
No,
No, it was. But he was playing for Leeds.
Yeah.
Alan Smith as well.
Yeah.
You've done your history work. Yeah.
Oh, I know my history. I was there, man. That Leeds team, Mark Viduka, bro. It was really good to go down. That's what I'm talking about. You say Tottenham can't go down. Remember that Leeds squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
They were ballers.
They were ballers, and this Spurs team are not as good as that team, to be fair. So, yeah. I just want that to go down just to show if they're like a so-called big team. I also want people to know that yes, big teams can go down.
Yeah.
So you don't think like because you're a big team, because there's always. I say it too. I'm guilty for this as well because I always say, "Oh, they're too good to go down." Well, yeah. I want it to happen so we all know that okay, no one's ever too good to go down.
One's ever safe. Yeah.
Then we have West Ham drawing 0-0, which is
Boring game.
yeah. Look, they got the point from it, and apparently before this game, I think this will make it 6-6. They've drew the last 5 games they played each other. So this is 6-6. I don't know what it is about that game, but they're always drawing.
Boring. Yeah.
Which is a bit crazy. So if you're a betting man, okay, decide you fast. No one should bet. Don't bet, please.
That one picked up points though as well, so they're looking good, man.
Yeah. Palace got a win today. Just about. Wolves were down to 10 men. Wolves missed a penalty as well. Glasner is pretty much ready to get out there.
He wants to get sacked.
He wants to. Maybe he's trying to get some money before he goes.
The fans want them out. Their banners as well in the stadium. They want them gone.
Oh, really? Was it banners?
Yeah, there were banners. They want them gone. They say you go against the fans because he said in the press conference, innit? Yeah, like you weren't competing before I was here. Like lower your expectations.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm grateful.
Sorry, but it's not Glasner's fault though, man. The fans are like, look, I hear what he came out and said was stupid. That was dumb. But you gotta understand the frustration of the man with the people that are above him. Like, and if the fans can't see that and understand that, then bruv.
No, but you still can't be losing to a
I get you. No, you're right.
With that squad. Yeah.
Talking about Sunderland being unbeaten at home all season until Liverpool beat them last week. And surprise, another defeat. Fulham beat them as well. They were going to go through runs anyway. I think they're safe, so it doesn't really matter what happens now. They can just start again next
They're
week.
on holiday now.
Yeah, I think so. They better be on holiday when we play them. That's what I'm saying. I don't really need any. They better be on holiday, please. All these teams that the points means nothing to them. Please just don't. Like, cause I don't want any of this nonsense, bro. Just if the point means nothing to you, just step aside.
Because Wolves did that to us, so I know.
Yeah, I need some more. Yeah, I'm running you for you. Yeah.
Thank you. They need to try.
And I said it though, but I said at the beginning of the call that what's Wolves did to you was spiteful. I said that.
Yeah.
I'm not agreeing with what they've done to you, bro. Like, they're going out regardless. You can't be saying that, bro. Spiteful, bro. What they did to you was spiteful.
Brentford, man. You see that they lost to them.
Brentford are still going for like European football.
European places, so I can understand.
I understand that one. Is Wolves one is fine. Wolves one is bad. That one's pretty bad. So.
Yeah, twice. Tried to do it the first time. We just got lucky.
Well, they did it to us at home, so
Yeah.
to be fair, so we pretty much we drew with them once and beat them. So it was the opposite to us. We beat them away and drew with them at home. So good. All right, look. Thanks to you. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it.
Before we go though, I do want to just touch on like the Vinny situation.
Oh, bad boy. Thank you. You reminded me as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like more so, like not even a Vinny, because obviously there's been a lot of conversation on it. But like, I was listening to Vincent Company talk about the situation.
Bad man.
Just because that is in like forget everything. Like as in how he was talking about Mourinho as well. And the thing I liked about what he said about Mourinho is he's saying he don't believe Mourinho's a bad person, innit? Like a lot of people when they're talking, they will say stuff that can get clicked up.
No, Mourinho's just an idiot. He's not a bad person. He's just a fool.
Yeah. But if you look at Mourinho, like as in he's managed like a lot of like players, isn't it? Like as in, and what company was saying is that he's spoken to a lot of the players that he's managed, and he knows from there, like from what they say that he's not yeah. But it's just like as in what he did was very insensitive.
Stupid.
Yeah. And the reason why I bring it up as well is just because like apparently like yesterday like with Chelsea it's
Fofana and Hannibal.
Yeah. So like yeah, I don't want to say like it's not like I've heard a lot of noise around Chelsea in like days gone by.
They're Millwall's big brother.
Yeah.
As a club.
But yeah, like as in obviously like yeah, it's surprising that my man was getting abused, and then Hannibal as well. I don't even know why. Like, I don't understand the Hannibal situation either, innit? But the thing I did want to say about the Vinny situation, because I was speaking to my Mrs. Mum, and she was saying like, what do you think should happen to the other player? No, like, in this country, like as in you've seen people go to prison for abusing people online. If you get what I'm saying, like abusing people, innit? And UEFA, like as in, are probably just going to go for this 10-match ban or whatever if they do find them guilty. But we still don't think that's enough, innit? But yeah, like as in like I can't remember. There was a couple of years ago. There was like a high-profile incident in the Champions League again, in it, where they just got a stadium ban and the guy got banned as well. I think it was like someone from.
But it was weak.
Yeah, it was weak, innit? And like they're always going to find themselves in this situation if they don't like at least put some protocol in place where it's like, okay, like this is severe enough for the punishment, so no one's going to really complain, and this is how we're going to investigate it as well. So it's not going to be like kind of. Because apparently that guy's going to Madrid next weekend. One, it will kind of be stupid starting because like everyone's like a lot of their Madrid fans will be on him. As soon as he touches the ball, like everyone's going to be on him.
Madrid fans are racist themselves, so
yeah. No, but like as in they've gone at their player in it, so like as in
the players are going to go for it. As soon as he touches the ball, you're going to see yellow cards because the players are going to target him for what he's done. I think it's stupid. We all know he's guilty because you don't lift up your shirt. And even if he said like, "Oh, I said a gay slur," like,
is that what he said?
Yeah, he said I didn't call him a monkey. I called him like they're a faggot.
That's just as bad as that's what's.
No, it's not just as bad.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it's just as bad in terms of, but you're still abusing someone, and that's
so it doesn't make it any better. So I don't
you know the thing is he's lying about that because his first statement, if you are denying something, when your first statement should be you clarifying what you said.
God bless you. Yes.
It's just be as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? If you're saying, if I tell you I didn't say this, I'll just clarify it straight away. You just don't say, "Oh, Vinny's misinterpreted what I've said." What is he misinterpreted? Do you know what I mean? Say the words. You know what I'm saying? So you need to say it, and it's clear like he said something, and Mbappe heard it.
Camavinga as well.
Camavinga, and it's just shocking, man. Honestly, and in terms of like, then the fan base got involved. The fan got involved, and
they were doing the monkey.
Worse, and probably even worse is probably what Saeed's saying is, and I'm glad Vincent Company touched on it. And I'm glad that because I watched the full 12 minutes, and when I initially clicked on the interview, I just thought that was his whole press conference, that 12 minutes. But that was just that question. like 30 seconds or a minute or something like that. So he just went on and on because that's you can see how passionate it was about the topic.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah.
And I think he knows it spot on because one, what Mourinho's saying is just idiotic because you're saying, oh,
Eusebio took racial abuse when he was playing for your club. What are you talking about?
There, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like me saying, it's like people saying, but I've got black friends. That doesn't mean anything.
Like John Barnes is a Liverpool legend. Like, do you know this? Like, he went for crazy.
Laurie Cunningham. We can reel off all the black players in history. We can reel them off. That's one of the reasons why I don't respect Chelsea. And I look at black Chelsea fans like, you're idiots. Because that club, no, it's like Millwall. It's like me supporting Millwall. From South London, supporting Millwall. That's how I see it. So it's like, bro, like, what are we doing here? And all these and when Mourinho was at Galatasaray, he was accused of a racial incident as well. Okay. And all these black players came like, so bro. So now that's twice now, Mourinho. That's twice. And I've never really respected you.
I think Vincent, bro, you know how much I love Mourinho. You know I can't lie to you. I lost so much respect from him. That one incident alone is enough for me to lose respect for you because bro, because you know what? Why so is because I know you know better. You're an intelligent man. You get what I'm saying? You're an intelligent man. You know better. You can't come out, even if you're coming to defend your player, you want to try and deflect the attention for what is really happening. There's many other things you can say.
And that's the way you go?
And that's where you go. And
he's an idiot.
It's disappointing, it's shocking. And as Vincent said, like, you've had many African players and they speak highly about you. So we're not saying you're a bad person, but
you're just
as a
complete idiot.
As a leader, you could have dealt with that situation a lot better. And just touching on, like, in terms of like the ramification of people making racial comments. And I can't remember who I was speaking to the other day. I mean, what I was listening to the other day, and what with like a lot of fan base now, especially in the Real Madrid, fans are getting prosecuted. And I think that they might need to do that for players. Apart from your 10-match ban, it should be a legal matter. That should be the case. So if you are going into court and getting prosecuted, someone with the Madrid fan that made a racial comment against Vinny, I think, whether it's Madrid, I can't remember what. I think he served some prison time or whatever. I don't know what it is. And that should be the same for players. That should be the same for players. And in terms of like the young boy that the Benfica player is a young boy, so he's
20 years old. He's old enough.
No, I get it. He's old enough, but it's society, though, isn't it? It's just
but it's rooted in Argentina.
And that's the thing.
It's something that he must learn from home. You know what I'm saying? Something that
most definitely learn from home.
What people need to realize is when these kids are born, they're not born as a racist. You know what I mean?
It's cool.
It's your environment, it's people around you. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you live your parents at home for like 18 to 19 years, whatever it is, and then you see how they are at home, and then once you get into the world yourself, you don't realize these things are not acceptable. You don't realize these things are inappropriate and they're racist until you get out of the world and you start to make like comments. And it's just, I think it's much deeper than that, man. And I'm glad like Vincent has touched on it. And it's nice to see like a manager to go into depth with the conversation. I know a lot of the managers this week just had one-liners and so forth and just tried to like brush up. I'm not saying they didn't answer the question, but what I wanted was what Vincent gave us, the passionate response. You know what I mean? Letting everyone know how important the case and the situation is, and it's not something we can just brush off.
I've always rated Vinny, and he just went super high in my estimations.
Certain things like that situation, just like certain things like how people deal with certain situations, they can either go high
or go low.
Or go low. And Mourinho went from him being this high, he went to the ground. Vinny
just rise.
Mbappe spoke well about it as well, to be fair, isn't it? After the game.
Mbappe was breaking up a lot. week. So like, it's good.
And Henry.
Tell me. But what I find so sad as well is like, as in, like from the picture that I saw, I'm pretty sure like they Benfica has black players. Yeah, there's a black player that was standing like within earshot, so that's why Mbappe was saying like their players heard it too, right? So imagine, but regardless, imagine that their black players now hearing how the club's dealing with it, like just trying to shut it down. And
Money, they
how
just put money in front of them.
Fair enough, yeah, but like deep down, how are they really gonna feel though, innit? So it's mad.
They'll sell themselves out, bro. Come on, man. We see a lot. We the sellouts all over the world, man.
I'm just saying it's a sad thing. Like it's sad all around, isn't it? It's just
no, 100%. I agree, bro. I agree. Now, thanks for bringing that up, Si, because I almost forgot about it. So,
yeah, me too. Thank you, bro.
Thanks. All right, look, people. Thanks for tuning in. I know we went for a long time. So you, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
We try and get a bit back. Try and do a midweek preview for the
bring him back.
Arsenal and Chelsea game with Hakeem and Abib this week.
Depending on Arsenal Chelsea score next week, he may not be back again.
It's fine. If he doesn't come back, we'll have you back.
I'm gonna try and we're gonna try and watch the game together. We was talking, and maybe I might, if I can, I'll try and see how to set up. I haven't set up yet. I might do like a live stream with me, Koyib and Abib, watch the game together with my sister. She's also an Arsenal fan, so we'll try and do a live stream if we can get things working. But yeah, thanks people. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, let us know what your thoughts are on this episode. And if you have any questions for us, let us know. Please subscribe, man. We need more subscribers. Just to let you all know, Tayyip said he's gonna take control of the things for me and he's gonna get me more subscribers. So
come on.
I'll be in the stage, man. Don't worry about that.
We out. Peace, boy.
See you that way.